Hey yo, why ever since this Kendrick and Drake beef, people be talking about everybody hating on the West. Don't nobody hate the West, B. This might be a little nervous. Your track record be tracking and wrecking. But overall, I think dudes admire the West for a lot of things, if I'm keeping it 100. You know what I mean? I bring this up because today's Thursday, Throwback Thursday, which means I got a throwback story for y'all. And this throwback story is about my first time going to Cali. Like, I don't see how I don't see how anybody could, unless something personally happened to you or somebody you love. Personally, it's real hard to hate on the West, and I'm gonna show you how. It went down like this. Night before, we about to go there. I remember having a conversation with some of my boot campions while niggas is packing their clothes about, like, yo, rap, why you packing jackets? We going to Cali. I'm like, bruh, you never know. At nighttime, we gonna be there for like a week. Alright. Anyway, that's really irrelevant. I just threw that in there to throw a shot at my friend. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we get there. We link up with Bigger B. Rest in peace to Bigger B. Bigger B was a great dude. And anybody of a certain age on the West Coast that's entrenched in hip hop, they know him. They know who I'm talking about. So, real talk. He was one of them ones, right? He took care of us while we was out there. He was, I don't know, like he might have been a promoter or just the go between the promoter. I don't know. I didn't know no better back then. You know what I'm saying? This was my first trip to Cali. So we get to the hotel. It's this hotel right at the end of Sunset Boulevard. I think it was called the Enterprise. It might have been called the Enterprise. It was right by the highway, right? We get there. Like they got the elevator, the see-through elevator. You can see it from outside and going up. That's fancy to us, right? To us, that's fancy. To me, anyway. Come to find out, is this dude named Ron Hightower in the hotel doing some work. You know who Ron Hightower is? It's not Ron Jeremy, but it's not that far off. He's a adult film director, right? And he's doing some adult film directing in the hotel that we staying in. Also, he's a Buckshot fan. I mean, I don't know if he had a clue who I was at this point, but I was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just getting into. Anyway, I'll take it. Buckshot fan is good enough. If Buck hanging out with him, I'm hanging out with him. All adult film. You got wild adult film baddies running. You understand? They filming. And amazingly enough, like, I mean, I guess I can just attribute it to Ron's common sense. Like, he didn't have us around none of the male performers. It wasn't no point where, like, I heard they was filming. I didn't see them film. I didn't hear them filming, right? All I knew is that they was filming here, and when he had us around them, it was just the chicks, right? Hanging out with them, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to cuddle up on something and all that, you know what I'm saying? I ain't get the Smith Nash. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie on my manhood. You understand? I was young. You understand what I'm saying? And they are very safe. So, my little young Brownsville ass out there, I could have, you know what I'm saying? She ain't fooling around with me like that. But anyway, right? All of this is just excellent. All of this activity is, this is some of the most fun I ever had in my life, right? We outside the hotel, like Ron done took us to his crib and all of that. We shooting pool in the crib. I'm a terrible pool player, right? So don't nobody get in the comments asking me what's my average or nothing like that. Get your ass out of here. Nah, I ain't good. And this nigga's in the crib showing us all kind of slam dances and all that. Like, and we talking, just talking man shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I never seen a blah 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 blah. He's like, well, you never seen a blah blah blah. Goes in the room, comes back with it. Blam. I'm like, all this time of my life. You understand what I'm saying? So eventually, somewhere along the line, the show, I think we did 2 shows out there, right? And the show was banging. You know what I mean? I don't have any standout details because we've had thousands of banging shows. The ones that they all start to look the same. They're usually someplace dark. It's dark in the venue. It's screaming people. The ones that are bad stand out, sadly. You know what I'm saying? If it was something terrible, I'd be like, that'd be another story for it. You know what I'm saying? But we bagged some action from the show. We young whippersnappers in my early 20s and all of this. You know what I'm saying? I'm with all this shit. You know what I'm saying? We was able to bring something back. Good show. Great night. You know what I'm saying? And action was actually had, right? But whatever, right? Eventually it came time to go home. And little did I know, Buckshot had to stay, right? Everybody went home. Well, everybody was getting ready to go home, and Buckshot had to stay because he had to rap on the soundtrack for a movie called Panther. Not to be confused with Black Panther, you know what I'm saying, the Marvel production, you know what I'm saying, R.I.P. Chad, but, Boseman, but it was about the Black Panther movement, and Buckshot had to do a verse on the song. This is all I know, and he didn't want to stay by himself, right? So he's like, they start floating the idea around the squad, like, yo, anybody want to stay with him? And none of these niggas, I can't believe none of these niggas jump on this opportunity right here. You understand what I'm saying? But they don't. I'm like I was new to this. Is my first time going to Cali. I'm still new to the road and all of this. You understand what I'm saying? Like, still didn't take this opportunity. I will gladly. And in an instant, everything got different. Better, almost. I don't know if you could say it's just different, right? Ride comes, takes the boot camp, minus Buck and Rock, to the airport. Another ride comes, takes Buck and Rock to another hotel, right? This hotel is called the Nico. I don't know what it's called now, but this shit was nicer. None of that adult film shit that was happening in the Enterprise would have been going. I don't know. Nah. This was like this. Like, this had all kind of state of the art shit in the rooms. Like, came with like the nice ass. It was shit I wasn't used to yet. You understand what I'm saying? Like, all kind of fancy radio with the shit that don't be in the hotel rooms when you get there. Anyway, before we even get to the hotel room, we pull up in the driveway. Like, the whole ambiance is different. Like, it wasn't no driveway at the other. Anyway, we get there. Before we even get out the car good, Busta Rhymes is yelling out the window. I think Buck might have just stuck his head out the window. Pause, protesters. Get your ass out of here. Rest of y'all, welcome to the nation. Monster Nation, that is. I'm your tour guide, your host, your president. I'm the king around here. I'm the landlord, owner, tenant, the janitor. I'm off the damn floor with you if you don't follow the rules. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. For all notifications. Leave a super thanks if you're trying to be a taxpaying citizen of the nation. The best nation is donation. Or you could leave like I said, a Cash App. We prefer the Cash App, actually. The link will be in the description along with the Bandcamp link if you want to overdose on rock mixtapes. I'm putting all of my mixtapes right there. Shell Shock is there, Rockin' Out West, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Slangin' Rock Volume 2 is about to drop. You know what I'm saying? Also, Crownsville, the album is out. The single Crownsville is out as well as the single Sean Lives On. You know what I'm saying? They got videos for those 2 songs, Sean Lives On and Crownsville. Go run the numbers. They're right on. You already there. You understand what I'm saying? YouTube, run those numbers up. Is that everything? Oh yeah, also, with this Monster Nation merch, You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna put the link where you can cop some of that there. You know what I'm saying? Don't cop the merch off of Bandcamp no more. It's different. You know what I'm saying? We're switching it up, right? Anyway, where was I? Busta Rhymes. Buck stick his head out the window, pause. He's like, yo, hey, yo, God, what up? I'm like, oh shit, that's Busta Rhymes. I didn't know Busta Rhymes. Everybody in Brooklyn don't know each other. You understand what I'm saying? You meet somebody from hey, yo, you from New York? You know Mike? Anyway, I'm starstruck. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit. Before you, every once in a while, you have these experiences where everybody's there, where everybody you could think of is there, right? This was one of those situations. I think in the lobby at some point, I saw in the lobby of the hotel, Tyra Banks was getting she was getting interviewed in a hotel. I had only saw her in what was the movie? Higher Learning. I was fake geeking, right? But anyway, in real life, I wasn't fake geeking. Like the makeup they put on you from the lights, like they put different makeup on you when you in front of those lights. You know what I'm saying? Certain like level bright lights and shit. It's not the regular makeup you were wearing, and the shit just it looked crazy from the distance. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, beside the point, it was still Tyra goddamn Banks. Anyway, Biggie's there, Redman's there. I hadn't seen him yet, but it's all come Marley G, Bone Thugs and Harmony there. Like all of these people were there. Now at some point, I'm just seeing faces floating around. This is a very long time ago. I don't remember the order I saw these faces, right? But I'm already in the know that it's wild niggas in this hotel right now. Eventually, we go to the studio where this song is being recorded, right? I think Easy Mo B did the beat. Easy Mo B is in the building. Did I say Biggie Smalls was in the building? Fucking Coolio was in the building. Big Mike from the Ghetto Boys. Not the original guy, but still. Nigga. Ill and Al Scratch was there. Like, it was wild. Like, so we get to this place, and I'm not even supposed to, you know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting there. I'm there with Buck. I'm walking down the hall. Redman is I'm walking this way. Redman is walking this way. This nigga's eating a banana. Pause, right? He looks at me. He's like, one rhyme for the snitch dropping down. Now, that's when Redman used to walk around with his face like this. One rhyme for the snitch dropping down. That's you, right? I'm like, yeah, that's me. He's like, that's my shit. Now, on the inside, I fainted, right? But on the outside, yeah, that's me. That, you know what I'm saying? Kept it pushing. Redman? You know how many, like, Redman was a lot of niggas' GOAT for years. He's still, like, till the Eminem, it goes Reggie, Jay-Z, what was it, Reggie? It goes Reggie, Jay-Z, Tupac, and Biggie, Andre, like, Redman did something for lyricism. Like, he's one of those important figures, like how they say Rakim is, like how Rakim changed hip-hop. You understand what I'm saying? One of the most important things. Anyway, getting off the topic. Redman, shows up. Nah, he enters the scenery, and at some point or another, I find myself in a room with Redman, Buckshot, and Chris Lighty. Just us four, right? Now, Chris Lighty was basically A&R in the track. He was it was him deciding who was on the, you understand what I'm saying? Who got on the song and who didn't get on the song. At some point, Chris says something. He was like, we need the something, something, something. I don't remember what he said. But Redman was like, you need to get one of them Helter Skelter niggas on the track. And it's only one of them Helter Skelter niggas here. So, you know what I'm saying? And Chris looked at me as if it was already a foregone conclusion. He like, what you talking about? Like, Rock, you getting on it, right? I'm like, don't mind if I do. It's not what I said, but that was my energy, right? Yeah. And I started to writing, right? Now, because this movie is about Panther, this movie is about Black Panthers and, the movement and all of that. So I got to whip up a verse on a spot, right? So I get to work, but there's a problem. The problem is it's something about some beats, right? This is a Rockness the rapper weakness, like a a chink in my armor, right? Certain beats, I can't hear the one, and the one and the two and the three. I can't hear the one, which means I don't know when I can't hear when I'm supposed to start rapping, right? So if I can't do that, I can't write. Like my brain, like this is the worst thing that's happened to me on this California trip, right? As like everything has been great up until this point, but as I notice, so I'm struggling writing. Then I notice niggas is in there just kicking raps. Like a few niggas was rapping, they was staying on the topic, right? That song is kind of all over the place now that I think about it, right? You know what I'm saying? That if I have to admit it now as a professional, a veteran of the game, song is all over the place, right? Some niggas was on the Black Panther, you know what I'm saying, Black Power movement topically, right? But other niggas was just in there rapping. And when I noticed that there was niggas in there just rapping, especially like one of my goats, like at this point in my life, like my favorite 2 rappers were Redman and Method Man. And matter of fact, my favorite 3 rappers were Redman, Method Man, and Busta Rhymes. In that moment of my life. And 2 of these niggas is in the room, right? In the building. One of them stayed on topic. That was Busta Rhymes. Redman versus It's That Funkadelic. Funk got the spot in hell. Fuck the vest. Niggas better start putting on helmets. I'm from the streets where there's no peace, but like, yeah, like he wasn't on topic. I'm like, oh, and a lot of niggas wasn't. So I was like, problem solved. I don't have to stay on topic. I just reached in my file and pulled out a verse. Now, only thing I need to do is have Buckshot tell me where the one is. Right? So I go in the booth. It's time. I go to bust up my verse ready. One. He tells me, I already explained my problem to him. He tells me what I start, don't sound right. I'm like, it sound crazy to me. Like, Rock, trust me. Try again. It sound crazy. I stop again. I know Chris Lighty and all these niggas probably looking at me like, wait a second. Is this nigga secretly trash? Right? Then I just said, fuck it. I just powered through. It did not sound right to me in my head. Like I said, if I can't hear the one, it all sounds wrong. But I just powered through it. You understand? Trust that, 1, 2, 3, 4 is the same no matter where you started. You understand what I'm saying? Whether I hear it or not, it is what it is. And I just went, right? And so you get the verse that you got on that joint. And so that goes off. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's cool. Biggie's rhyme. I saw Biggie write a rhyme. Biggie wrote that rap. You understand what I'm saying? And he was finished first, right? He went in the booth first, did his verse. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, all of that, I got to see Bone Thugs and Harmony record. That shit was a show in itself. You know what I mean? But anyway, after all of this happens, me and Buck go home, right? And a couple of months later, I get a check for this song. I don't even have a bank account. I get a check for $5,000. I've never had $2,000 at the same time at that point in my life, right? I get a check for $5,000. Not only do I get a check for $5,000, but Ruck gets a check for $5,000 just because they used the name Rock of Helter Skelter in the... I still feel like Ruck should have gave me some money, but I wasn't tripping. 50-50 is what it is, right? But he ain't do none of the work. I did all the work. He ain't stay, he ain't rap, he ain't do nothing. Anyway, it's all good. Yeah. But the moral of the story is, this was California. Los Angeles, Hollywood, this was California for me. My first trip there. And every time I went to California, I'm going to be back with more California stories. So, that's been this edition of It Went Down Like This. If you made it to the end of this video, put 4 palm trees in the jump balls. You know what I'm saying? And, California, can't wait to get back there. Hopefully, y'all still love me the way y'all used to. You know what I'm saying? A lot's changed. A lot of people I know done grown up. They done moved and so on and so forth and all of that. But I'm gonna be back out there soon. And we're gonna turn the rock on rock going.